来挖掘温哥华人每个月的真实开销。How much do you spend on eating out? How much do you spend on groceries? How much do you pay for mortgage? Utilities? 出去吃，你们只有300，买菜钱就400。这个一家4口，你们的伙食费不高啊。Anything else worth mentioning?
I work with a trainer, so that's $1,000 a month.
Are you ready? Like, let's compare yours.
I'm not. I know I'm really on the high end.
温哥华，加拿大的第3大城，拥有得天独厚的自然环境与高品质的生活条件，被誉为世界最宜居城市之一。但也因为这里的人均所得与日渐高涨的房价不成正比，也被称为世界上最不可负担城市的前3名。
Which is like crazy, right?
那究竟需要多少钱才能够在这个昂贵的城市生存下去？
It's hard in the city. You just gotta make more money.
好奇心的驱使下，我查了温哥华每月的平均开销。由于看到的调查数据实在太多也太杂，我就以在温哥华生活最基本的项目为主，并且准备了个人与一家4口的大概数据。这里以加币为准。单独人次来说，外出用餐每个月276元，超市采买食材500元，交通假设搭乘大众运输是120，水电瓦斯89元，手机与网络104元，娱乐及生活杂费258元，一房的公寓租金2200元，全部加起来3547。以一家4口来说，外出用餐要1150，超市采买1600，交通假设1台车，包括油费跟车贷是838，水电瓦斯147，手机与网络210，娱乐及生活杂费714，三房的公寓租金3670，全部加起来8329。
It's about 8,000.
而目前温哥华扣税后的个人收入平均为3653，家庭收入为6000，于是我决定走上街头，想了解住在温哥华人的真实开销，以及他们都用什么方式在这个高物价的城市生存。
通常西方人对个人隐私还蛮注重的，那要让他们在镜头前被访问，已经不是一件容易的事。那如果要让他们愿意分享他们的个人开销，就是涉及金钱这方面，那我觉得应该是难上加难。所以这次我打算来给一点 incentive， 我有准备一些 Starbucks 的 gift card， 给一些愿意被我访问的人呢一点小奖励。所以希望能够顺利。Let's go. Hi, may I ask a quick question? I'm actually doing a quick survey about spending habits. In the end, I'll be giving out a Starbucks gift card for free. So would you be interested?
I'm waiting for me over there.
Okay, no problem. Have a good day.
I don't want to be online.
Yeah, have a good day.
Not today.
Okay, no worries.
Thank you and good luck.
Hi, sorry to bother you. Can I ask a quick question? 看来不是那么的顺利啊，但没关系，我有 Plan B， 白板，还有一支笔。让他们自己主动来找我。Free gift card. We're doing a short survey. Free Starbucks gift card. No. Free gift card. Free Starbucks gift card. Anyone? 5-minute survey for free gift card. 哇哦，免费的东西大家都不爱吗？我刚刚听到 anything but Starbucks. Free gift card. I don't really like Starbucks, but I'll do the survey. Oh, okay, thank you. First of all, what's your name?
Tina,
What do you do for a living?
consultant for healthcare.
How long have you been living in Vancouver?
57 years. I live with my husband.
How much do you spend eating out?
$1,000.
How much do you spend on groceries?
$1,000.
Transportation? Do you drive or do you commute?
We do both. $800.
Utilities?
$400.
Internet and phone? Entertainment?
$300 a month.
Mortgage?
$4,000.
Anything else worth to mention? Or
Gym membership. Don't tell my husband, but I work with a trainer, so that's $1,000 a month.
87. Are you ready? Like, let's
No,
compare yours.
I'm not. I know I'm really on the high end.
Yours seems to exceed even for a family of 4. Do you think it's accurate?
I do think it's accurate because based on the demographics of the people here, you're going to get more families of 4.
Yes.
Which are going to be spending, I think, more conservatively, which is what we did when our kids were younger.
Right.
And then now they're out of the house. I don't want to say we have extra money, but we got into the trend of pretending that we have extra money.
Actually, I forgot to ask a question. What does your husband do for a living?
He works as a quality assurance for a company that produces cannabis products.
Do you mind to share like your income range, or there's no stress here?
Yeah, it's 6 figures.
我看了一下 consultant for healthcare， 平均大概8万到10万左右，说它是 6 figure， 所以我估计它应该有11万、12万。
What this also doesn't represent is where people are on their saving scale. We're in our senior years looking towards retirement. We've been saving our money all of our lives. Our car's paid off. Our house is nowhere paid off, but we have tenants that are helping pay for the mortgage. Even though we might spend a lot, we have money in the bank and we have money coming in.
In that case, you don't really find yourself stressed staying often in this high-cost city. Struggle with like
I wouldn't say struggle. I mean, like this morning, you know, we just had to fix the car. It was $4,000. It's not something I would have allocated for. I have to go take out one of my areas that I was saving, take the $4,000 out of that to pay for the car. I'm lucky that I have that. Some people don't, and they would have to use their credit card, which would cause stress. Besides the car, the biggest thing is our property tax. Like that's really gone up. Like in the last couple of years, we used to pay about $6,000 a year for property tax. Now it's gone up to $10,000, which is like crazy. We have started saying, okay, well, we need to put like $1,000 away a month instead of kind of trying to scramble at the last minute. You always have those things where, you know, your kids come back and they're like, oh, you know, my car broke down. Can you help me? Just looking at the bigger picture of what things need to happen, some sort of strategy that you have something if there's an emergency.
What's your name?
Keely.
Newell.
Nate. Gemma.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a realtor.
I'm a speech therapist.
房地产赚的这个可高可低啦。Speech therapist， 我来看看在温哥华 average 大概是多少？从7万到13万都有。Now, how long have you been living in Vancouver? For lives, eating out,
A couple $100.
groceries,
$700.
transportation,
$400 to $500.
utilities,
$400.
internet and phone,
$250.
entertainment, and others.
Do
Yeah.
quite a bit of outdoor
Yeah,
stuff. Don't
like-
go to a lot of movies.
And let's say 100.
100.
Do you own a house or
Yes.
are you,
Just under 2,800.
But that's about to go up a lot.
Yeah.
any other expenses?
Gym and yoga, I spend $325. Childcare, that's $1,000 a month.
Your total is $6,225. Here's the city average for a family of 4, $8,300.
Oh, so we're lower.
Especially you add childcare, so you're not doing bad. Do you think it's accurate?
We
Is
don't
the rent-
dine out.
The biggest difference is housing.
We don't pay rent. Much less than you would pay for a rental property for a family of 4.
We're kind of okay for now. I mean, it's a bit up and down. Overall, not too bad.
I take my lunch to work every day.
Got rid of a car.
Yeah, I sold my car.
以一个4口之家来说，他们的消费算是蛮低的，还算控制得很好。What's your name and what do you do for a living?
I'm Lily. I'm a teacher.
Jason, software sales,
How long have you been living in Vancouver?
born and raised,
How much do you spend on eating out?
50 to 400,
Groceries,
450.
transportation,
She drives, I take the bus, 400.
utilities.
She's hydro's like $100. Gas and heat, 150.
Total will be $250.
Internet, phone, and TV, 160 a month. My cell phone's like $100. Your cell phone's $30.
That's
Yeah.
$290. Entertainment, others,
$50. Like if it's just like movies,
mortgage,
2,800.
dog food is $60. You said.
Yeah. Gym membership, 60 for 2 people, 4,735.
For a single person, the
Wow.
cost is about $3,500. So I think yours is.
Dang. For a single person, that's about right. Which is also like expensive. For us, for 2 people, I think we're actually all right. Even if there's a bit of a buffer, it's always something that's like top of mind and all that in terms of how could we budget certain things each month.
We're fortunate enough because like both of our parents live here, they own houses here, and like we can stay there for like cheap rent. But if we were to just move here from another city and pay like someone else's rent, then that's like really expensive.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Hi. Good. How are you? Are you interested in the survey? Do you speak Mandarin?
但我英语不好，
啊，我用中文跟你们说可以吗？
可以啊。
可以，好。OK。您的名字
医疗
从事什么工作？
餐饮业
太太是做哪方面？
美容
在温哥华住多久了？
30年了，
你孩子多大了？
20多岁了，
就住一起这样，一家4口外食，
300、
买菜、
400，
交通
2张车
416的保险、邮费
400、
816 ，utilities
300、
手机跟网络，
200、
娱乐呢？
100，
什么样的娱乐？
公园消费这种
有房贷吗？
2000、
房子保险？
200，
你们一家4口的总开销4300，
那我们很节油，
你们很节省的，
节省。
平均的一家4口8300，你觉得这准确吗？
租房是肯定要那么贵，
三房
我们就自己房子，比较房贷，
对，
肯定省了很多钱。
出去吃，你们只有300，买菜钱1600，可是你们只有400。这个一家4口，你们的伙食费不高啊？
搞错了，要200，800到1000， 但是买菜，但其他的这些还没算，买奶、买面包、买
那些都算是 grocery，
是差不多这个数。
所以也是1600吗？你们出去吃也很少。
现在是少了，以前是这么吃。我做餐厅，在餐厅吃的多，所以
也节省。你是厨师吗？能不能大概跟我们说，厨师能赚到多少啊
？4000。
所以您跟太太一起
可以刚刚维持，
所以您会觉得紧。
对，就少点出去吃，什么都有节省的哦。
What's your name?
I'm Erica.
What do you do for a living?
A homemaker. I live together with my 2 kids.
Where does the income come from?
Only from my children. Childcare benefits.
How long have you been living here in Vancouver?
Since 2016.
How much do you spend on eating out?
40 bucks.
Groceries.
I honestly line up in the food bank. 200 buy milk for my kids.
Public transit?
180.
Utilities?
Currently, we are in a transition house. I'm not paying for the utility bills.
Those included in the rent.
Yeah, 660.
Internet and phone?
55.
Entertainment? Jujutsu? Oh, jujutsu.
150.
Do you have childcare?
For now, there's an emergency childcare.
Okay.
So I'm not paying for any childcare. He goes to the community center, and that's around 50. RESP.
5,000 a year. 416. 1751. Yours is a family of 3. For a family of 4, it's 8,000. It's about 8,000. And for a single person, it's 3,500.
I try. The thing is, I'm not paying for the insurances, and we don't have an emergency fund. So it's just right for the budget of what the government is giving for my kids. I used to make a lot more than that. I was independent. Now, because I have to pay attention with my kids' needs, especially my toddler's needs. He's diagnosed with some medical disorders. I have to attend most every day of the medical appointments.
So you quit your job taking care of your young toddlers.
Yeah.
That's really hard on you.
Yeah, and the legal matters, of course.
The place where you're living right now, is it temporary?
Yes, there's a timeline. For that 18 months, you have to find a place. And at the same time, well, you know, what's going to be your plan, finding a job, or if you want to upgrade yourself to a higher career. As of the moment, I was able to manage.
You're still sorting things out and everything is still under control.
Oh, yes.
That's good to know.
Good thing my son is very cooperative when I say, oh, you cannot buy this, you cannot buy that. And then when it comes to food, he's the one actually telling me, oh, we're just gonna eat at home.
Oh, good boy. You know what? I have this last 2 Starbucks gift card. I'm gonna give you both.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. What grade are you in?
9.
Study hard, okay? Keep up. Things will get better, for sure.
Yeah.
You might be going through like downhill, but knowing that there's always uphill. Do you have any tips or strategy on saving money?
A lot of people eat out a lot. It's like daily. That's a big expense.
Yeah.
And you don't really see it until the end of the month. If you can make like one pot meal that lasts a whole week, that's a great way to save.
Or make your own coffee in the morning. Conserve energy, like turning lights off.
Yeah, turning lights off.
Good at that. Try to be, yeah.
So there's a way to save money on a daily basis, but it's hard in the city. You just gotta make more money. It's the only way.
Shopping bulk,
Freezing
freezing a lot of food. Buy meat when it's on sale. Eat out maybe once every 2 weeks, once every week and a half.
Whatever you have at home, don't try to buy too much foods. You don't have enough ingredients. You can just improvise or perhaps modify. Instead of buying foods, ordering outside, you're gonna realize you're gonna throw it. By the following week, you're gonna throw them. You're just wasting the food, you're just wasting money. When it comes to clothes, if you can still wear them, don't buy another one. Most of the families, they keep on buying and buying. And then they didn't realize they're piling up their clothes. In 5 years' time, your clothes still okay.
As we've seen in the last 4 years, life is short. There are areas that we can cut back. Definitely on the going out. Sometimes when you go get your groceries cooked, the time that you spend, I look at, is that more valuable, or would I rather just have something ready, eat, and do something else? It doesn't matter how much money you have or how little you have, there's always going to be correlated stress, job security, health security, food security. If it brings me happiness, I would rather just do it because I don't know tomorrow if I'm going to have a dinner or a chance to ride a bike.
All right, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. It's wonderful. OK， 所以这集我们了解到不同背景跟职业的人，他们在温哥华这个昂贵的城市的每月开销，以及他们的省钱方式，真的是各种生活形态的人都有，而且他们也都以最适合自己的生活方式住在温哥华。市面上讲的在温哥华实际上要多少钱才能存活下来，是很有讨论空间的。网站上给的统计数字，老实说不能代表所有社会阶层的人，只有去了解你的消费习惯跟生活目标，才能找出属于你自己的每月开销。 然后不是每个人都爱星巴克，所以下次我换 Tim Hortons 好了。好啦，喜欢这集就请按赞、订阅、加分享，还有打开小铃铛，下期见，拜拜。